G'day folks, I'm Ash. Welcome back to the Aussie Gun Channel. And I'm here today with part 2 of what's going to be the review on these little eBay reloaders. Now, if you saw the first video, this is the original one that I've got. I did a fair bit of filing on it, trying to get all the little resin tags out of it. I've played with bending all of the little spring assisted bits that are supposed to hold your clip in. None of that really worked either. I have gotten this to work on a couple of mags, not successfully with the full 10 rounds, but I've gotten it to load a few rounds. But still, it's not been something that's been very successful at all or reliable in any way, shape or form. Now, I've got another one. Now these things, if you look closely at them, one's maybe a millimeter wider. The tags sit a little bit differently on it. There also seems to be a little groove in this one, which I might have to try and put that groove into this one to see if that makes any difference. I don't think it's going to be honest with you. This one, funnily enough, still has some tags on the inside of it. Anyway, I've also found a couple of little tricks with these things as well when you're using them. But so it goes into this one a hell of a lot easier. The other one, as you remember, was very difficult to get in and out. And it's still very difficult to get in and out, despite the fact I've done a fair bit of work on this reloader since, trying to get it to loosen up and be a bit smoother and work better. And yeah, I've had absolutely no luck with that. This is the same deal. It's another eBay job. This thing was from a different seller, so it wasn't from the same seller. But you know, it's got the same paw tag marks on it and everything. They are a slightly different mark. So I think this was made from a different supplier or a different manufacturer as well. But interestingly enough, it seems to work fairly reliably if you do a few little things correctly on it. So we'll pick some bullets up. Now, one thing that I was doing when I initially got this thing was I'd turn it upside down, I'd do that, and all the bullets would go down to there. Then I'd stick my thing on and start reloading bullets. Now, that doesn't always work. I was hoping it wouldn't work for the purposes of the video, but it did. But that loaded quite well. So, you know, as far as that being a reloader and being a reliable reloader, it's been much better than the original one that I got. Mags fit in easier. The heat's easier to get out. It's not going to do damage to the mag long term, I wouldn't believe. But yeah, that first one, very frustrating. This one, different story. But what I tend to find is a much more reliable way of doing it is when you pick your bullets up in these little reloaders, turn it up and leave that gap. Don't let it slide down into the reloading area. Then you stick your thing on, and then it's just a nice smooth action all the way through, if you can get it. But look, I'm sure the genuine ones do a better job than that. But for my purposes, that's 15 bucks. It's pretty good. It saves a lot of thumb time. Now, something that I did find slightly different about this one is the groove is different. It's a slightly different shape on that groove, but I mean, that's got absolutely nothing to do with the reloading or the usability of this item. Still looking at them, I can't decide what the issue is. I think this one was close, it just wasn't quite there, and that's why it didn't work. And look, you know, for $15, you're not going to be that upset about it. But this one definitely works tons better. I've got several mags here. We'll do it one more time just for the sake of the day. Like I said, you're supposed to put your mag in first, funnily enough, but still, nevertheless, that worked. Now I am using different ammo to what I used last time as well, but it's been working with that Winchester ammo that I had as well. But you know, these things pretty simple. Put it up, slide it in, and you're loaded. It always never seems to push the last bullet back, so it'll leave it pushed out a bit. You have to every time. You just have to get your bullet, make sure it's seated back into the mag correctly, so that it's not going to cause any issues when you try to cycle your weapon. But Second one, much better. I'm going to buy some more anyway. You know, just to see, you know, what the chances are going to be of getting a good one, or what the chances are going to be of getting a dud. I just had to do a slight retraction on that because I have found one that was good. I told you guys I would find some more and I'd buy some more and see if they work better. And the second one did work better. I've done no modifications to this one at all. I'm going to be filing out some of the tabs on this one as well, even though they don't seem to have any hindrance on the ammunition loading. I'm probably going to continue to play with this one and see if we can get that one loading as well. But I'm not going to spend a great deal of time on it. Like I said, it's very tight, and I believe that will damage a magazine over time. So yeah, I changed my mind. I might actually just throw that one straight in the bin. I've got some cool things. I've got, like, you know, eBay holsters for your pistols. I'll be talking about those in another video. We've also got little lights for the Glocks as well. So this light is based off, I believe, it's a knockoff of an O light, and I'm yet to see how well it retains its sight, because this is not only a light but it's also a laser. So it'd be interesting to see over the long term. I've probably put about what have I done? Maybe about 200 rounds on this since, and that laser was sighted in. So it'll be interesting to see if that laser remains sighted in. Something I'll probably have to have a good look at. It seems good just looking down the sights. And I've also got a red dot that's going to go on this, and that's an eBay red dot as well. So stay tuned, guys. I've got a fair bit more stuff to look at, and I'll probably whip some guns out at some stage, and we'll start having a look at those. I've got the new Bush Pig, the XT model. So pulled that apart for the first time the other day. There's a few little tricks in servicing that weapon, and that's something that I think I couldn't find much information on YouTube or, you know, much of the web in terms of proper maintenance for that weapon. But I'll give you guys a bit of a look on that as well, and we'll have a bit of a look through how to disassemble it, proper cleaning, and putting it back together. Now, there are a few videos on the internet of that, but they miss a few little bits. But I certainly will make sure that I don't miss any of those bits for you guys, and we'll have it in all the detail that you're going to require. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you being here, and the subscription would mean a lot as well. I would like to be doing a bit more of this. I like guns and you like guns, and if you guys are interested in having my content continue on and maybe do a bit more interesting stuff, then hit the subscribe button, and that will help out a lot. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.